Whirling and twirling and whirly wonders. This is going to be a great quilt. Thanks, Stephanie. Good morning, everybody. It's Stephen here for Bland Designs and the Idiot Quilter, and welcome to my weekly vlog for Monday, November the 4th, 2024, and it's vlog number 383. And I hope everybody had a great weekend, and we are not going to mention anything about the American election coming up tomorrow on Tuesday. Nothing. But we've got our fingers crossed that it all turns out okay for our American friends. Excuse me. So what have I been working on? Well, let's switch over and take a look at this. Okay, this is the Stephanie Stitches pattern that's called Whirling Wonders. I've been working on it for a couple of weeks. It is now, the top is completely done. I deviated a little bit from her pattern in the way that I designed my borders. I decided, hey, I like the fabrics that were in this. Why not make a border out of those as well? So it is my goal this week. I'm hoping to get it onto Lucy, my long arm, and get that quilted. But I love this design, and I'm seriously considering, depending on how the quilting turns out, of maybe entering it next spring in our local spring fair. Okay, so that's one thing I've been working on. Let's see, what else have I been working on? This. Now, you saw the little version of this, which is a wine tote bag. It'll hold 2 bottles of wine. This is the big tote, the largest one. Same pattern in the hoop design. And I've got a little zippered pouch that I want to make to go along with it. And this set of bags are going to my hairdresser, Walters and My Hairdresser, as a Christmas present. More about that on the Idiot Quilter. In fact, everything that I'm showing you this morning, I'll have more details because there's been some interesting twists in these things, as there usually is when I make things. So we'll talk about that tomorrow on the Idiot Quilter. Another thing, this guy, the Nutcracker, we had a pop-up sew day on Saturday, and this is what I worked on, and I got all the pieces done on Saturday. It did take all day, and on Sunday morning I was able to assemble it, and I'm really happy with the way he turned out. So he's going to be a nice addition to my Christmas decorations this year. And oops, that's too early for that. And yeah, that's what I've been working on. So let's talk about YouTube channel of the week. You know I love making 3D things. And one of the things I've been playing with, giving a try, because there's a lot of them out there, is models of, you know, castles and houses and things like that. Well, there is a designer out there who has created a whole series of fantastic looking buildings. And I've came across this video by accident called I Built This Amazing 3D Printed Haunted Mansion. Now, this is not by the person who designed the pieces, but this person did a fantastic job putting it together. And the only thing that holds back is these are paid models, and rightly so, because whoever designed them put a lot of work and effort into these. And there's a lot of pieces. So it will take some time, but I'm seriously considering looking at some of the Christmas items and maybe making one of the smaller buildings of that just to try my hand at it. But in the meantime, here's what I'm talking about. You know how I love doing 3D prints and I love a challenge. Well, this one is a real challenge and I'm still not sure if I will do it because this one involves paying for it. This is a paid model, but it looks incredible. And if you watch this particular video called I Built This Amazing 3D Printed Haunted Mansion, you're going to be just blown away with what you can do with a 3D printer. This would take a long time to build, I am sure. And as I said, I'm not sure if my printers could handle it, but I'm really tempted to download, maybe not this one, but he's got some Christmas models too, the person that designed this particular model. So I might go for one and take the chance, pay for it, and see what I can come up with. But I've got several other 3D print projects on my list right now that I want to get to before something like this. But watch this video. Even if you're not a 3D printer, you're going to find this particular build amazing. So it's called I Built This Amazing 3D Printed Haunted Mansion check it out. So you'll find a link for that video in the show notes below. You'll find a link for Sewing with Stephanie and Stephen. Always have that on Wednesdays, as you know. And starting time is 9 a.m. Eastern. And of course, our clocks changed on the weekend here where I live in Ontario, and I think in a lot of places across North America. Anyways, we've went back an hour. Not that that really affects anything, because by Wednesday we'll all be used to that. But yes, in case your clocks don't change because you live in an area where they don't do that, you may have to adjust your timing accordingly. So that's 9 a.m. Eastern time for us, and all are welcome. Come, join us, have a great time. Come and go as you please. Okay. Just a reminder too, I have 2 links that I've had down in the show notes for quite some time, and they're for my 2 patterns that I have designed. They're absolutely free. And one of those patterns is going to be featured next spring in the Canadian Quilters Association magazine. I am a member of the Canadian Quilters, and they reached out to me and said they would like to publish it. Now, I don't know if that means they're publishing the pattern or just the picture of when stars collide. That's the pattern they want. But either way, I'm thrilled. Absolutely thrilled and honored that that's going to happen. You will find links for all my friends' videos or YouTube channels as well. Please support them. They are worthy of your support for sure. And I have some other links in there that you'll be interested in checking out. One of them is one about Hope Air. I'm going to talk about that in a moment. And of course, my past week videos are all there for you as well. Okay, well, let's take a look outside and see what's happening. Okay, let me switch over. Okay, so that's what it's looking like at 6:12. Sorry, this happens to me every morning. I get up too early, and then my throat goes. So this was looking like outside, and you know, I thought it was going to be cold this morning, but it's not. Right now it's at 8 degrees C, which is not cold, not hot, but it's not cold. And our high is going to be 14. So yeah, this is November now. We should be expecting colder weather, but it doesn't seem to be happening. At least not the way that I think is normal, but whatever, what is normal anymore? But you can see our tree still has a lot of leaves. They've all turned and they are falling every day, but Walter gets them raked up and they fall again. And you want to know something? I said to him the other day, we went out for a walk, I said, 100 years ago, back in the 1800s or whatever, did they worry about raking leaves? I don't think they did. I think they had the philosophy that I have. God put them there, God will take them away. I mean, I don't get really upset about it, but a lot of people do. And you know, nature just looks after itself. Trees have been losing their leaves for hundreds of years, since the beginning of time. I don't think cavemen were out there sweeping them up. They were too busy trying to stay alive. I guess this is what modern life is all about. We have the time to rake up leaves. I don't think farmers particularly worried about it either. They had too much to do to bother raking up leaves. And I've heard mixed things about raking up your leaves. Like if you leave them on the ground, they get covered in snow, they rot and they kill your lawn. Do they? They're organic. Doesn't that just break down and go into the soil? Isn't that part of the cycle of things? I don't know. I think what it really is people are lawn obsessed and they don't like the look of these leaves. And then, of course, their neighbors get out there and rake them up, so you feel guilty if you don't rake up yours. Personally, I don't have a problem leaving them. Like I said, God made them. God put them there. God will take them away. So the rest of this week, we're supposed to have a 55% chance of rain today. So, yeah, that's something. Tomorrow, 45% chance of rain. Who knows? And the rest of the week, and I just moved that. Okay, my phone is not cooperating. Okay, Wednesday, cloudy. Thursday's going to be sunny, but cool. Friday, cool, partially sunny. Saturday, partially sunny. And Sunday, rain, 40%. Well, I don't know. I don't know if they really know or not either. So it's weather. Can't change the weather. Okay. Although according to the climate people, we need to change the weather. I don't know if we're going to win that battle. I really don't. But anyways, let's move on, shall we? Excuse me. Um, congested a little bit right now. No, why? I'll have coffee. Coffee cures everything. Okay. Let's talk about what's pissing me off this week. Well, it's not a question of being pissed off. It's just, you probably heard me say this before. Halloween, bah humbug. When I was a kid, I loved Halloween. What kid doesn't? Free candy, right? But as the years have gone by and we're watching our weight and our health and things like that, free candy doesn't really have the appeal that it did. But do we need Halloween? I mean, first of all, Halloween is not a religious holiday. Um, it was something that was, a lot of people like to make the link between Halloween today and All Hallows Eve and all of the history around all of that. And I say, okay, there may be some link, but as human beings, I think we try to make a lot of links that don't necessarily add up. So, yeah, I don't think so. I think Halloween is actually a manufacturer of the candy companies because they do a lot of candy sales, right? So, if we didn't have Halloween as it is right now, one, we'd save a lot of money buying all that candy that we're giving out to kids. And I don't know why I gave myself a thumbs up, but I did. Um, we could save that money for other things like Christmas is around the corner, Christmas gifts, right? And are we really contributing to the general health of those children? We're feeding them processed sugar. And then, of course, you have to be conscious of, well, you don't have to. I look at it this way. Your kid's got a peanut allergy, then you train your kid what to eat and what not to eat, right? That isn't my responsibility. But Walter doesn't see it that way. And I mean, I don't want to kill a kid much. But really, he took all the candy. We bought a big bag of chocolate bars, Hershey's company's chocolate bars, whatever. And I think there's 150 in the bag. Of course, you know where we got it, Costco. And he sorted them all out, the ones that had peanuts and the ones that didn't. So we had a bowl of peanut-free candy and one that had the peanuts. So when the kids came to the door, I would say to all the kids, are you allergic to peanuts? Not one of the 38 kids that we had said they were allergic to peanuts. Maybe they were lying. Maybe they were afraid I wasn't going to give them anything. Well, I was going to give them one from the bowl that didn't have the peanuts, right? For that. But not one kid said they had a peanut allergy. And yeah, this is controversial, but I've had some experience with people in my own family that supposedly had peanut allergies when they were little because, like, when they were an infant, someone gave them a peanut or peanut butter and they broke out in hives or they had some upset. So immediately it was assumed they had a peanut allergy. And those same people are adults today and eat peanut butter and peanuts and everything else. Can you grow out of allergies? Maybe. I don't know. I've heard that you can. Maybe that's the thing. Yes, okay, you got to be cautious about these kind of things. But, here we go again. I got to prep all this for strangers' children. Then you have the ones that take advantage of it. We were hearing these stories and there's YouTube videos about this and they're hilarious. People decided that they're too lazy to hand out candy or they had to take their own kids out for Halloween. So they had a big bowl of candy sitting on a table outside their front door with a sign that says, please take one only. And of course, that meant one bowl because there'd be these kids walk up to the front, take handfuls, or in many cases, the kid with the pillow slip case, dump the whole bowl and all, in the bag it went, and off they went. Yeah, what are we teaching children today? How to be greedy, how to steal, how not to read, that kind of thing. So you get that kind of goings on. You have the people coming to your door with little children in cute little bunny Snuggly, and they're 6 months old. That kid's not eating candy. Okay? And if they are, excuse me, getting all chalked up about this. And if they are eating candy, you're a bad parent. I mean, really. No, who's eating the candy? The parents. And I don't know your kid. I don't know you. Yeah, sure, cute. Isn't that nice? You got him in a bunny costume. Wow. Move on. So really, it's a couple of hours out of my life that I'll never get back again. And a bunch of and a lot of money as well for all of that. We don't get a lot of kids. Our subdivision is an older subdivision. There's not a lot of little children in this, and kids are very picky about where they go to houses. In the part of the subdivision I live in, there's single dwelling homes. There's a fair amount of space between each house. So the kids don't like to come down on our street because it's, they have to walk further than, the ratio of candy to mileage, I guess, whatever. But there's townhouses at the front of my subdivision. And of course, those are all right close together. They get more bang for their buck. They can do more houses in less time and get more candy. I mean, I got to give it to these kids. They have it figured out, right? There's a science to this, apparently. But lazy little children, really, kind of thing. So, yeah, it's a waste of time. What would I rather see? And I know some communities do that. It doesn't happen in our community yet. But bring the community together. Find a little community hall kind of a thing. The homeowners association, if you have one of those, we don't. That seems to be more of an American thing than Canadian thing. But some kind of organization. Why don't they throw a Halloween party? Have all the kids come. You can do a costume parade so they can show off their costumes and have little prizes. You can have a table set up with little goodies that, the volunteers have made, the parents have made, things like that. You can still give the kids out some candy, but if it's bad weather, they're inside, they're safe, they're warm, they're having fun. You can have music. The parents can socialize. It could be a big community style party with that. I think that would make the night nicer. A family friendly, alcohol free event. Why not? Why not? Everybody can contribute to the candy or food table or whatever that are attending it. It would be less money, I think, for people having to spend that kind of thing. And the kids would have just as good a time. Really. And I think the parents would have a good time too. So we need to rethink this or just get rid of it altogether. Yeah, I know. The kids will be protesting on my doorstep. You Grinch, you can't get rid of Halloween. We need Halloween. Yeah, and I would have thought that too when I was a kid as well. But, times have changed. And maybe Halloween should change with it. Okay. So, what's happening with the grow lights? Well, we've got things coming up. And here you go. We have green, which it makes me very happy. Walter planted seeds a couple of weeks ago, and the first two trays on the far left, that's lettuce coming up. On the furthest right tray, that's basil, and there is stuff there, but my camera didn't pick it up. Those are peppers. He has started peppers in that, but his plan is, as they get a little bigger, he's going to transplant them to the other set of grow lights, the bigger area, into bigger pots, because they need bigger pots. But this is a good way to get them started. Now, we don't have anything in the other sets of grow lights yet, and I don't know what he's planning for that. But yep, soon we will have our own homegrown lettuce again. And so a little taste of springtime during the winter indoors. So yeah, and it looks nice when they get up there too. It looks very nice. All right, so that's what's happening with the grow light situation right now. Okay, what else? Well, new products. So I got another package from Temu. A week or so ago, I did a unboxing of a Temu order I put in, and that was a whole bunch of little thingies I'm going to put together in Christmas bags for some people. Then this one was more or less, well, remember last week I talked about Temu tricks to get you to buy? Well, this is the result of their tricks. And so I got some interesting stuff. And, well, I'm going to show you. I did a little unboxing video for you. So I just got another Temu order, and I thought I would do an unboxing because some of these things, well, actually, I forget what I bought this time. So let's take out the scissors and open up the big gray bag. Oh, yes, I remember. Okay. Remember how I was talking the other day on one of my vlogs about how Temu sucks you in for purchasing other things that you probably don't want? Well, I saw one of those turntables. Now, I already have one, and you've seen me use it in some of my videos where I put something on it, let it spin around so you see all sides. And I really like it, but I bought that one from Amazon. This one I saw being shown on another creator's channel who often reviews things from Temu. And this one is supposedly a remote control one. So let's get it out and see what we got here. Let's throw the bags off to the side. Okay, instructions. Okay, I guess that goes on there. There is a remote control. Get this in the shot. So I guess you could use it with or without this platform if you got something a little bigger. Okay. Now, this looks like a rechargeable. No, the remote control takes batteries, but there is a plug. And I don't know if there's any charge on this or not. Let's see, there's on-off switch. Probably wouldn't hurt if I read the instructions. Not really sure how this works. 9 volt. I don't know if this is rechargeable. You may just runs off of USB, which might be a problem because I don't know if I have some place to plug it in here. Okay, let's just see. Let me pause for a second. Okay, so I don't know really what to say about this. I've been having some trouble getting it to operate. It actually will go up on an angle as well, 45-degree angle. I'm not sure what the purpose of that is for. I think it needs to be recharged. I have it plugged in right now, but the little red light on it that says it's being charging is flashing, and I don't seem to be getting anything happening. I get a little, but there we go. So I don't know. See there, it's gone up. You can't probably tell in this, but there's a bit of an angle happening with it right now. Let's see. So I don't know. I'll play with it. But here's the thing about this. This did not cost me a cent. Well, it didn't. I got this for nothing, regularly $13 and something, if I bought 8 more things, put 8 more things in my cart. And they were offering me all kinds of different discounts on things. So I decided to take a chance, and I bought a bunch of things, and I have forgotten what I bought. So we're going to take a look at those right now. And I'm just going to turn this off and set it to the side, and I'll play with it a little bit more later and see how it works out. Okay, let's take a look at what's in this bag. It says there's 7 things in here, and I have no idea what I ordered. I forgot. Okay. Oh yeah, I ordered some cables. This is a USB to USB-C cable. Okay. You can never have too many cables. Another cable. This one is a flash cable from I stuck the sticker right over the top of it. Okay, let's take it out of the package and see what it is. Sorry, I think I'm going out of the shot. Got kind of an awkward camera angle today. Okay. Do you have this problem? These resealable bags never seem to work properly. Or is it just me? Okay, this one is a, yeah, this is a flash to a USB-C. What else did I get? I think I bought some, oh yeah, I bought some little adapters from, well, those look from C to C's. What's it tell me? Made in China. Okay. Oh yeah, it's a something USB 3 to Type C. Okay, so a USB to Type C. All right. Did I buy any more cables? We got something else in this little package here. Oh yeah. Wait, I thought I was supposed to get 24 of these. And I got a 4-piece. These are replacement brush heads for my Oral-B toothbrush. I'll have to look back on the order. I have a feeling it's one of those tricky ones. They show you a picture where it looks like you're getting a lot, but if you don't check, but when you go in, it defaults to the cheapest one, and this would happen to be 4 heads. I mean, I've got a ton of these. I just want to see how these stack up to the ones I've already bought. Okay, same thing here. I thought I bought a whole bunch of these. I guess I didn't. It's like $1.99. Little sticky note pad. Yeah, I'm not sure how many sheets. Large 100 sheets. Again, the way they word it on there, it almost sounds like you're getting 100 of these pads, but you don't. Okay, again, it was $1.98 or something like that. And then the last thing, it's supposed to be 7 things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the plate is 7. Okay, this is a meat thing. You know, if you've got frozen hamburger in your pan, this is supposed to help you break it up. I've never had one of these before. I thought about it. It's kind of cheap made. Oh, well, maybe not. Well, I'll let Walter try it out next time, and we'll get his opinion on it when he tries it out. But there you go. That's my latest Temu haul. And as I said, oh, wait, there's another package in here. Oh, okay. Forgot about these. These are zipper clips. A selection of zipper clips. They're metal. They're not plastic. So, you know, they have a little catch on it. So I thought these might be handy for different things. What those still different things are, I'm not sure. Sorry, you're getting a glare. Let's see if I take one out. Well, are they metal or are they plastic? No, I think they're metal, a very thin metal, but they're a little carabiner. So, yeah, I don't know. They were dirt cheap, like $1.99 or less or something like that for, I don't know how many I got, 24, something like that. So I'll put them in my bag making supplies. They may come in handy at some point. But yeah, that's how Temu will suck you in. They get you all excited because I was getting that turntable. That's the thing I wanted the most. I got it for nothing, but I had to buy the rest of these things. What did I pay for all of this total with tax? Just under $25. So, yeah, I don't know if it's worth $125, but the little turntable itself is like $13.99 if I did. Well, the rest of this, though, yeah, when I look at it and I say that's how much I spent, I'm not sure if I got much of a deal. Doesn't look like much for that kind of money, does it? But anyways, yeah, it was an experiment to see what I could do. So there you go. Another Temu haul. And I have another Temu order coming in. This is for Christmas decorations. Actually, it's a whole bunch of different, what they call picks which are really popular right now for filling out your Christmas tree. I bought some last year or the year before on Amazon, and I did like how they looked. Well, I thought I'd take a chance and buy a whole bunch from Temu. So they're supposed to come sometime this week, and once they do, I'll make a little video of unboxing that and show you what I bought. And I'll tell you why I bought those particular things as well. Okay, so that'll be probably in next week's vlog. All right, that takes us to, can I print this 3D effing thing? And this is called a sugar cube vase. And I didn't know if my printers could handle it or not, but they did. And it's really quite nice because the filament I used in it, as you will see, is really, really pretty. Really pretty. So here's what I'm talking about. So I came across on a site called Printables, where I also get many of my models for 3D printing, this really cute looking vase. And it's called the Sugar Cube Spiral Vase version 2 up down. There are two ways to print this. You can print it the way they're showing you here, or you can print it, let me see if I can find the picture of this. Oops, no. Oh, here we go. Showing a few here. Yeah, you can print it one way up or the other way down, and it gives you a different look in both cases. But I also found, related to this, something that looks like a Christmas tree or a tree, which I may print as well. But in the meantime, I have printed this. It printed very well. Now you have to do a setting on your in your slicer called vase mode or vase mode. And basically what that means is it takes a solid and makes it into a hollow piece. And so you want to have a hollow piece if you're going to use this to stick things in. So otherwise it's going to look something like this, and you don't want that. I also happen to have some really cool filament that's very much like the filament they're showing in this particular picture. So I'm going to show you what I ended up with. So here we have the final product, and as you can see, it's really cool filament that I used for this. And as I mentioned earlier, it needs to be hollow so that you can put things in it. Now it's very light, but it's very strong as well. There's really no give much to the sides of this, and it printed relatively quickly. I think I printed it in about 3 hours. So this is cool. But as I said, I found another spin-off from this design that makes things that, well, sort of look like Christmas trees, but with this cubic kind of pattern on the sides of them. So I may try to print out a couple of those and see what those look like as well. Maybe do them in a different filament. I don't know. I do like this filament though. It's really pretty. And nothing says that Christmas trees have to be green. That's, you know, use your imagination. So that takes me to videos from way back when I first got started in YouTube and when I was a paper crafter. And at the time, I thought Facebook was different 13 years ago than it is today. Not as many ads on there bombarding you all the time, and people were actually using it for and being a little bit more serious about what they were talking about in the most part. So I decided to make what I called a mini Facebook album. It is a album I created based on Facebook. So here's that clip. Hi, it's Stephen at Bland Designs, and I want to show you a couple of albums that I've just created that are going to be gifts for friends of mine. And you've seen this style of album before because I have a previous video of a baby album that I did like this. But when you see these ones, you're going to find that I used Facebook, believe it or not, to create these particular albums. Before I go on and explain what this is all about, I just want you to notice that I have got my brand new tripod that's going to make life so much easier for making these kind of videos. I can now look at the back of my camera and can see what I'm shooting to make sure it's in focus and in frame. And it's very sturdy, and it's going to allow me to make better videos, I'm hoping. So yep, my husband, as you know from the Christmas video that I did, this is what he gave me for Christmas, and I'm really happy to have it. So I'm going to talk about these albums that I've made. I've made two. This is the first one. This is an album that uses the envelope punch board to make the pages, and I am going to do a fairly lengthy video very soon on how to put one of these kind of albums all together. I really like this design. I can't remember which YouTube video I saw for this, but when I do the workshop online, I will give you the information of the person who originally put this all together. So what I did was I created an album for a friend of mine who had twins back about 7 months ago. And one of my earliest videos showed a baby album that I made for her as a gift at that point in time. Well, she's been posting over this Christmas season pictures of her twins now that they're 7, 8 months old. And I thought it would be really nice to surprise her by making this little mini album for her based on the pictures she has posted on Facebook. So I went onto Facebook, I downloaded her pictures, I reproduced them, as you're going to see in a minute, and put them all together in this album. So just to explain the album a little bit, I used Graphic 45 12 Days of Christmas paper pack for this. I really like the Graphic 45 papers, and now that I have found a local distributor of this online, I'll be able to get many more of these kinds of papers. So I didn't really do much embellishment on the cover of this album. I just put a bow to tie it all together and a little red Christmas bow, dollar store variety, on the cover because I think the paper is really pretty and doesn't need anything else in terms of embellishment. So when we open this up, and as you can see, I have pictures that I've double matted in red and green on each of the pages. These are the pictures that, as I said, she had posted on Facebook, and I just downloaded them, and they came out really well, I think. So the book goes through with pictures of her kids, cute little guys. Very photogenic, too, little guys as well. But their mother and father are pretty photogenic as well. So they get it naturally. So in the little folders that are included in the side pockets with each, I just included more photos, as you can see on them all. And if she wants to put in a few extra ones or some notes or something like that over the next little while, once she gets this, she can still add those to the folder. Now, I was going to put a title on this album, but like I said, I didn't want to mess up the cover because I really thought it was embellished enough. So I don't know if it's going to show up on the camera, but up here on the tab, you can see I printed on vellum using my printer, Baby's First Christmas, and babies is spelled correctly, and that's the plural possessive form. I should know, I used to be an English teacher, because of course she has twins, so this album's for both of them. So that's on the tab on every one of these folders, and I think the whole thing turned out really nice, and I think she's going to be kind of surprised when she receives this in the mail in a few days. She has no idea that this is coming. Now that was album number 1. Well, I got sort of on a roll here, and I made this album. Now, same idea comes from Facebook. Friends of mine for Christmas went to Las Vegas, and we're going to their place for New Year's Eve celebration. So I thought I'd give this to them as a host gift, and just a way for them to have their pictures collected in one spot. So, same principle. I used the envelope punch board to create the pages and everything like that. I used my Cricut to cut out this Las Vegas sign, and just to give it a little splash, because Las Vegas is all about splash, I put some little rhinestone stickers onto this as well. Again, dollar store. You open it up. Now in this I did the pictures a little differently. They had quite a few pictures, so what I did was I grouped the pictures sort of loosely by a theme or a relationship to each other, and I printed 4 pictures per page. Now the way I did this was I went into Photoshop. Once I downloaded the pictures from their Facebook, I created a 4x4 square and added each one of these pictures to it, and each one of these pictures measures 2 by 2. Then I double matted them on off-white and black and centered them on the page. And I did this for all the pages that are in here. So there are 6 pages, so 4 pictures on each page. That gives 24. But what I did that was a little different from the baby album that I just showed you was what I put on the folders. There was a lot of running commentary going on Facebook that dealt with each one of these pictures. So as they put up a picture, they would comment on it, and those friends of theirs who are on Facebook as well made their comments about the picture as well. So I thought it would be nice to capture what was being said about these pictures as if it was journaling. So what I did was I did exactly that. I'll hold it up a little closer. I went on to the Facebook and I actually, just make sure that's in focus for you, actually just captured them and printed them out like a graphic. Some of you will be familiar with how to do this. Maybe some of you aren't. If you really want to learn how to do this, just send me an email and I can send off instructions about doing it. It's not very difficult if you have the right software. And printed them out and matted them. And so there's quite a few. I think this will be kind of fun when they get it because it'll be a good memory of what each one of these pictures was about. And I did that, as I said, on all 4 folders. Again, on this one, I just labeled Vegas Baby. You putting it on vellum, printing it on my printer, and just adhered it to the tab. And each tab has the same thing. So that, I think, is somewhat of a nice little gift for them, a memory of their vacation over Christmas time. And so, as I said, I am going to do a very extensive workshop on how to create these kind of albums in the very near future, and I hope you enjoy them. So that takes me to events in the past week, and we had pop-up sew days, I already mentioned, on Saturday. We had about 33 people at the height of it, and I think everybody had a really good time. A lot of very productive work was gotten done. I got my nutcracker done during that day, so I was very happy with what I achieved. And yeah, it's always fun. Now, people are asking me when the next pop-up sew day is going to be. I don't know if there's going to be another one this month. I'm very busy this month with various things that happen on Saturdays. I am thinking possibly the first Saturday in December. I don't know. But it's definitely not going to be this coming Saturday because I have a special event, which I'll talk more about in a second, that I'm attending. The week after that, we have friends coming for the weekend. So that takes us to about the 23rd of November. So I don't know. There might be we might have actual 5 Saturdays in this month. So I might be able to slip one at the very end of the month. We'll see about that. But to know for sure, the week before I have a pop-up sew day, I always put the links for it, the Zoom links for it in the show notes, and I always mention it on my vlog and on the Idiot Quilter, etc. Okay, so what does that take me to? Well, special events. So this coming Saturday, we are going, Walter and I, we have been invited to attend a sew day with the chapter of the Quilts of Valor in a place called Trenton. Trenton has an Air Force base, a Canadian Armed Forces Air Force base at it, and these ladies meet on a fairly regular basis to work on Quilts of Valor projects. And we have been invited to other of their regular sew days, but Trenton's about an hour and a half from us or so, not that far, but you gotta get down there, get home, that kind of thing. So we don't bother, and those are usually on Mondays, but this one's this coming Saturday. We have been invited to attend it because on that one, they are going there's an air museum located at this site. They're going to set up all of their sewing equipment in the atrium for the day. There's a special project. We're working in teams of 2 to work on Quilts of Valor tops. And they have pre-cut and organized kits for all of this. So we bring our sewing machines and sew this project for the day, which is great. But what's really exciting too is they are doing 6 presentations of Quilts of Valor to vets. And one of the quilts they are presenting is one that I donated a year ago. So I'm really excited about that. I've already asked if I can take video of the event so I can show some of it here on my vlog. And they said that they didn't think there'd be any problem with that. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. Plus, I have 2 quilts that I am taking with me that I made purposely for Quilts of Valor that I'm donating. So killing a many birds with one stone that day. Taking those quilts down to give that to them. So yeah, we're looking forward to this. It should be a really great day, and I'm hoping to get some video footage of it so you can, you know, uh, see what's going on with it all. So that's next Saturday. What else is coming up? Well, this week we're getting our flu shot finally from our doctor. On Thursday, we get the jab, and we always get it every year. We've already had the COVID one, the booster. So, yep. And there's enough time between the two of them, so there shouldn't be any kind of reaction, although they are giving everybody this 2 shots at the same time. And some people have a reaction, some people don't. But I guess it's like, like always. There are some people who swear they get sick because they had the flu shot or the COVID vaccine. In my opinion, that's not true. You might feel a little uncomfortable for a day or two, but you don't get COVID, you don't get the flu from the shots. That's just not how immunization works. Okay? Some people need to go back and read their grade 9 biology textbooks on all of this. But whatever. I know some people may be more sensitive to the shot. You do get a bit of a sore arm, a little bit. But of course, maybe I'm a lucky one. I don't usually have a reaction. So, knock wood, watch, this time I will. So whatever, but it's a good thing, especially when you get to my age group. Get a flu shot. Get a COVID booster shot. One of my friends went to a retreat, came back, they all got COVID. I'm not sure when the last time was she or any of the other people that had a COVID booster, but they got it. And so she put in several miserable days. And I think she was actually laid out for about a week. So, yeah, as older people, we're more susceptible to things. If you have never had a shingle shot, get it. Okay? You don't want shingles at any age, but you especially don't want it when you're an older person. I am debating, and I think I'll ask my doctor when she's giving me the flu shot this week, about the RSV shot. Because I have been hearing more, and I don't know if it's media hype, because you know what the media does with these things. But, it seems to be on the rise, and I seem to be part of the higher at-risk group because of my age. So I'm going to ask her about it. Now, that shot I do not think is free here in Canada. Flu shot, COVID shot, all those kind of things are free. Well, free as in our taxes have already paid for them. So, and I have no idea what that shot might cost, but I'm going to ask her. Well, I know what she's going to say, but I'm going to ask her anyway. She's going to say, well, it wouldn't hurt, and maybe she's right. I also want to know, though, how long the shot lasts for. The shingle shot's for life. And another shot too, pneumonia shot. And that apparently is for life as well. So yeah, those are ones we should get. But this RSV, I've been hearing mixed things. I heard somebody say they're only good for 3 years or something like that. So I don't know. I'll have to ask her and see about it. So that's something that I'm curious about. Don't you feel like a human pincushion this time of the year? COVID shot, flu shot, pneumonia shot, shingle shot, RSV shot. Can they shoot us up with anything more? We're just walking chemical bags of stuff. But then again, I guess that's what's keeping us walking. So maybe not such a bad thing. So yeah, I think that's it for me today. I hope you have a great week. Tune into the Idiot Quilter tomorrow for more, and to use my friend Russ's term, for my shenanigans. He's such an old soul. He comes up with some of the, words that we haven't heard since 1950, kind of a thing. But anyways, he's still my friend, and love him for it. Okay, so we'll see you all later in the week. Have a good one. Bye for now.